In a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there existed a mysterious mansion known as Fairchild. Its history was marred by tragic events, and the locals believed that the spirits of those who had met untimely deaths still wandered its halls. Tall, looming trees surrounded the mansion, casting eerie shadows that seemed to dance in the moonlight. Fairchild's silhouette against the night sky was enough to send a chill down anyone's spine. 3 friends from the village found themselves drawn to the mansion's enigmatic aura. Emily, with her inquisitive nature and a collection of ghost stories, was a young paranormal investigator who couldn't resist the allure of the supernatural. Samuel, a charismatic writer, was always on the lookout for new ideas for his horror novels. Grace, a talented artist who often preferred solitude, yearned to capture the mansion's mysterious essence on her canvas. As fate would have it, a stormy autumn night brought the trio to the gates of Fairchild. Thunder rumbled overhead as they hesitated at the entrance, the wind carrying a distant howl through the air. The mansion's doors creaked open slowly, as if beckoning them to enter its shadowy depths. Inside, the grand foyer stood as a testament to the mansion's once stunning glory, now faded with time. Cobwebs clung to ornate chandeliers, and dust-covered portraits gazed down from the walls. Candles flickered on old wooden tables, casting a dim, flickering light that illuminated only parts of the room. As Emily set up her paranormal equipment, she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Samuel wandered down a corridor, his footsteps echoing as he imagined the spine-tingling stories he could craft from this eerie setting. Grace found a cozy nook by a window, her fingers itching to dip into her paint pots and capture the mansion's haunting beauty. The first night was filled with nervous laughter and forced bravery as the friends tried to shake off the unsettling feeling that the mansion was alive with unseen eyes. But as the days turned into nights, the mansion seemed to come alive in ways they couldn't ignore. Strange drafts moved the curtains, even though the windows were closed. Voices seemed to drift through the halls, and the friends occasionally caught glimpses of shadowy figures in the corners of their eyes. Emily's devices detected fluctuations in temperature that couldn't be explained by drafts alone. Samuel's notebooks filled with chilling descriptions of inexplicable events, from doors slamming shut on their own to whispers that seemed to brush against his ears. Grace's paintings took on a life of their own, capturing the haunting figures she saw lurking just beneath the surface of the mansion's beauty. As they shared their findings, the friends began to unravel the mansion's hidden history. Through Emily's research, they learned about a forbidden love between the mansion's former residents, Isabella and David. Their love was torn apart by betrayal and tragedy, leaving Isabella's spirit to wander the halls in search of closure. Samuel's stories started to mirror the events of Isabella and David, a strange parallel that sent shivers down their spines. Grace's paintings became more than just art. They became windows into the past, depicting the mansion's dark history with a vividness that bordered on unsettling. The bond between the trio deepened as they became embroiled in the mansion's mysteries. Emily's skepticism began to waver as she heard faint cries and whispers during the night. Samuel's fascination with the mansion bordered on obsession as he unraveled its history piece by piece. Grace, quiet and introspective, found herself captivated by Isabella's story, feeling an inexplicable connection to the young woman's heartache. It was during one stormy night that they stumbled upon a hidden passageway in the mansion's library. Behind a bookshelf, they discovered an old, leather-bound tome filled with cryptic symbols and incantations. It was said that this book held the key to releasing trapped spirits and granting them peace. With a mix of trepidation and determination, the friends decided to attempt the ritual. As they chanted the incantation, the room seemed to come alive with a swirling energy. Cold gusts of wind blew through the space, and the air grew heavy with a sense of anticipation. The room was filled with whispers that seemed to rise from the very walls, as if the mansion itself was communicating with them. Just as they felt the ritual was about to reach its climax, a blinding light enveloped the room, and the mansion seemed to shudder. When the light finally faded, the room was still, the air heavy with silence. And then they heard her, the soft, mournful voice of Isabella, her sorrowful tale flowing through their minds like a river of memories. In an instant, the mansion's history became their own. They could feel Isabella's heartache, her love for David, and the pain of their tragic end. It wasn't just Isabella's voice they heard. David's thoughts and emotions merged with Samuel's, and Grace felt the weight of their love as if it were her own. Emily felt their lingering presence and the desperation for release. The boundary between the living and the dead blurred, and the three friends found themselves inexplicably connected to Isabella and David's souls. Time seemed to lose its meaning as their consciousness melded with the spirits. They lived the past, experienced the love, the betrayal, and the heartache. And then, just as abruptly as it had begun, the merging stopped. The room was quiet, the energy had subsided, and the mansion felt different, calmer, as if a storm had passed. When they opened their eyes, the room was as it had been before the ritual. But something had changed within them. They were no longer just Emily, Samuel, and Grace. They were also Isabella and David, their thoughts, feelings, and experiences woven together. They understood each other on a profound level, and the mansion's story was imprinted in their souls. As the days turned into weeks, they discovered that they could communicate with each other in ways words could never convey. They could feel each other's thoughts, share memories, and understand emotions without speaking. Emily felt Isabella's longing for closure, Samuel felt David's regrets, and Grace resonated with their enduring love. In the village, people slowly forgot about the haunted mansion. But Emily, Samuel, and Grace ensured that the memory lived on. They became storytellers of Fairchild's history, sharing it with the world through Emily's investigations, Samuel's novels, and Grace's paintings. The mansion, once a place of fear, transformed into a beacon of remembrance and understanding. Their individual lives continued, yet their connection remained unbroken. Emily, Samuel, and Grace had become a part of Isabella and David's story, and Isabella and David had become a part of theirs. The mansion, a keeper of secrets and memories, stood as a testament to their unique bond, a bond that transcended time and the boundaries between life and death. And so, their intertwined stories carried on, a whispered tale that echoed through the halls of Fairchild for generations to come.